Hi everyone, it's Chris and welcome back to another video. I had a comment on one of my videos recently from Barry about how amazing it was, how much stuff you could get into a really short space of time in a song. You know, amazing how much you can get into just 2 minutes, for example. And that got me thinking about songs that were 2 minutes or less. I've done quite a lot of videos in the past on punk, and quite a lot of those are 2 minutes and less. But I thought, oh, I wonder if this extends to other genres as well. So I've got 30 songs here that are 2 minutes and less. So if you've got a spare hour, then you can definitely listen to all of these 30 songs. So a mixture of genres. We're going to start off with a bit of Elvis Costello. This was an early single on Stiff Records, Red Shoes, but the B-side, which is kind of a little bit pub rocky actually, it's called Mystery Dance, which is a really good little short under 2 minute song from Elvis Costello. At number 29, I'm going to take it from this album. This is Doolittle by the Pixies. And there's one song on here that apparently the drummer, Dave Lovering, says is his favourite song to play from this album. And that's called Tame. So that's the Pixies from 1988, 89. At number 28, a track from this album, Life's a Riot with Spy vs. Spy, Billy Bragg, known for his kind of quite political, quite observational lyrics, stripped down kind of approach. And there's a song on here, there's a couple of short songs, but the Busy Girls Buys Beauty, the Busy Girl Buys Beauty rather, is under 2 minutes, as is the next song actually after that, Lover's Town Revisited. But you know, the Busy Girl Buys Beauty with references to newsreaders Angela Rippon and Anna Ford. Really good lyrics in all of his stuff, but that's an under 2 minute song from Billy Bragg. Next up is a band. I played this album the other day and I still don't know what to make of it, and I never have done really. It's an interesting album, but the track that closes side 2 is under 2 minutes, and it's kind of like a bit of a fuck you to an ex-girlfriend, and it's called Taste of Cindy, and the album is Psycho Candy, and it's from Jesus and Mary Chain, and the song Taste of Cindy closes side 1. It's kind of full of angst and kind of full of anger, and it's a good little song. At number 26 is a band that I mentioned on my Chiswick Records video, and it's the penultimate track on side 2. The band are called the Radio Stars, that did a number of singles. Nervous Wreck is certainly one that springs to mind. This is from the album Songs for Swinging Lovers, the kind of Frank Sinatra inspired title, and the track is called Talking About You, which is an under 2 minute song, as is actually Arthur Is Dead Boring, Let's Rot, which is a good song as well. But the under 2 minute song from here is Talking About You, which is a great track. Next up is a band I never saw live. I love to have seen this band live. Most of their songs are more than 2 minutes, but there's a song on the debut album, Red Roses for Me, from the Pogues, which is under 2 minutes. It's called Wax's Dargle, which is a kind of a typical kind of up-tempo, upbeat Irish kind of ditty. It's a great song, love it. Next up, different, completely different, but also just as great. At number 24, from the debut album from the Kinks, on first side, we've got Just Can't Go to Sleep, which is under 2 minutes, and a great little tune, quintessential early Kinks. At number 23, you might not recognise the album cover because it's a backtracks on Trap Records. It's Axis Bold as Love, Jimi Hendrix. And certainly in some of his albums he has little excerpts which are under 2 minutes, but a standalone song on here called Ain't No Lying, which is, you know, very, very, you know, undeniably Jimi Hendrix, the vocal, the guitar sound, everything about it, but a great little tune. Again, amazing what you can pack into just 2 minutes. Next up, very different again at number 22, we're going to take a track from this album. So this is Motivating, a kind of a budget Chuck Berry release. And the song, which surprisingly most of his songs are over 2 minutes, but there is definitely one song on here under 2 minutes. It's Let It Rock, which is very much sounds like lots of other songs he did, but it's a good little song that doesn't break that 2 minute mark. Genre change again. At number 21, we're going to take something from Low by David Bowie, an album that I've always struggled with over the years, if I'm honest. I like the early Bowie much more than this kind of Berlin era stuff, but you know, I know some people love this album. I'm not that person particularly, but I do like the second track, which is very short. It's called Breaking Glass, a little sort of kind of almost funky sort of number, but that's pretty good and under 2 minutes. At number 20, a band that quite often had the two good looking ones on the front and the nerdy looking ones on the back. This is obviously Cheap Trick. It's their second album called In Colour and in black and white, and the song is a track that opens this album that used to open their concerts, and I don't know if it still does, possibly. It's an obvious opener, under 2 minutes, and it's called Hello There, which is a great track. At number 19, I don't know what the origins of this is. It's a B-side to Man of the World by Fleetwood Mac, but it's not I don't think it's a Fleetwood Mac song. I might be wrong about that, but this is a punk version of it. From a band that I've shown stuff before, but I haven't shared this particular track. The band are Scottish band, the Rosillos, and this is the album Can't Stand the Rosillos. And it's the third track on side one. Somebody's going to get their head kicked in tonight, which definitely is on the B-side of Man of the World. I don't know the origins of that. If you do, let me know. But it's a great song, great cover, and under 2 minutes. Next up, little ditty, again, changing the kind of genre again, going to Janis Joplin and the album Pearl, posthumous album from her. She died very early 70s, maybe 1970, 71. There's a song on here which is quite a famous song. It's a third track on side two. It's called Mercedes-Benz, which is just kind of an a cappella song with just her stamping her foot and to create a rhythm and then singing over the top of it. But it's a great little ditty. Under 2 minutes, that's Janis Joplin. Again, changing the kind of sound. We're going to this album by the Smiths, Hatful of Hollow, which is a really nice mix of kind of radio broadcast stuff from the Smiths. So it's got some stuff from John Peel, from Kid Jensen. Really good versions. In fact, I think some of the definitive versions of some of their best songs are on this album. I think it's brilliant. The track that closes the album, I think, was a B-side to William, It Was Really Nothing. It's Please, Please, Please Let Me Get What I Want. And it's amazing what they pack into 2 minutes there. We've got chord changes, even got a mandolin solo, just some great stuff from Johnny Marr, and a real contrast to the A-side of William, It Was Really Nothing. At number 16, I think this band had a few songs that were under 2 minutes, and this is the compilation which I think lots of people have, the 20 Golden Greats that came out in the 70s, I guess. But the song that is definitely under 2 minutes is Little Deuce Coupe, which is a great tune from the Beach Boys from probably very early 60s, I would have thought. At number 15, and this could be the same year possibly as Little Deuce Coupe, it's the Dave Clark 5 and Bits and Pieces. They did a few songs which were under 2 minutes. Can't think of what the others might be. Bits and Pieces was definitely one. They did a couple of songs under 2. Anyway, that's one of their famous hits. Bits and Pieces, Dave Clark 5, under 2 minutes. From the 50s now, we're going to the Coasters and Yakety Yak. I think that's probably been covered as well, I think, possibly by someone. It's about how teenagers always perceive their parents talking, telling them to do stuff and just talking. Yakety Yak by the Coasters from probably late 50s, I would have thought that one is. At number 13, I think they only did possibly one song under 2 minutes, and it's on this album. I don't know what the original album it came from, but the song is the 59th Street Bridge song, Feeling Groovy, classic song from them. Again, amazing what melody and stuff you can fit into such a short space of time, as is done on this song as well. This is Stateside record, The Chiffons and He's So Fine, so a classic from the early 60s, when that's probably maybe even the year I was born, 1963 possibly, that one. At number 11, again, we're going back in time. I'm not sure when this is. This is probably 63, 4, 5, something around there. The Swinging Blue Jeans and Hippie Hippie Shake on HMV Records. Another under 2 minutes classic. The Fab Four had a few. The one that I probably like the most is this one, From Me to You, which is a great tune. Again, how much brilliance can you fit in to such a short space of time? These songs never outstay their welcome, but get so much in. It's amazing. And obviously, if you have the Fab Four, you're going to have the other band of that era, haven't you, as well? The Rolling Stones, not to be outdone with an under 2 minute brilliant song, and that's Not Fade Away on Decca. The Rolling Stones. When was that? That must have been 1963. No, 1964. Next up at number 8, I've mentioned this band a few times, and if I hadn't shown White Riot by The Clash, I probably would have chosen that. They've got 3 songs on the UK version of this album, which this is, which are under 2 minutes. Career Opportunities is one, White Riot is the other one, and the one I'm choosing is What's My Name, which is a great tune that's under 2 minutes. I've also noticed I've got a White Riot non-picture sleeve single in there, the B-side of which is 1977, which is about 1.5 minutes long. Now, a tune that I have shared before, but I just love this song. This is under 2 minutes. It's brilliant. It's got a fantastic melody. It's single. If this came out in the 60s, it would be seen as a classic. I'm convinced of it. It's the Undertones, and Here Comes the Summer, which I just think is just so melodic and so brilliant. Wonderful picture sleeve from Irish band The Undertones. Here Comes the Summer, 2 minutes of absolute brilliance. At number 6, going back, this is 50s, I guess, isn't it? Great Balls of Fire, Jerry Lee Lewis. You know, what a classic song, what an absolute landmark song, under 2 minutes. Brilliant stuff. As is number 5 as well, Ray Charles, Hit the Road Jack, another classic, under 2 minutes. Just incredible what these people do in such a short space of time. I've got to choose this next one because of its influence rather than it as a tune, because it doesn't have much tune. It's the B-side. It's the B-side of a single that came out in 1978 from an emerging American band whose guitarist would go, a bit like Jimi Hendrix, to go on to being one of the most influential musicians ever in rock music. The band of Van Halen. The single is Running with the Devil, but the B-side, Eruption, which is essentially just a guitar solo by a little bit of drums at the start, just changed the whole landscape for how to play a guitar. So, you know, as far as influence goes, Eruption is right up there with a lot of these songs. Amazing stuff from Eddie Van Halen. At number 3, this is just a brilliant song, and I didn't realise it was 2 minutes until I was playing it the other day, and I thought, that was over quick. How long is that? This is the Box Tops and The Letter, obviously featuring Alex Chilton, who went on to play with Big Star. What a brilliant song that is. Just absolutely amazing. I love that, and that's at number 3. At number 2, I've gone with a band who quite frequently, probably 3-4 times an album, will have a song that's under 2 minutes long. The band are American band, the Ramones, and I've showed this album before, but I don't know if I've necessarily shared the song I'm going to choose on here. There are a number of songs on here that are under 2 minutes, but Judy is a Punk, which is the 3rd track on side 1, is just brilliant. Iconic cover, iconic band, massive influence on lots of other people. Judy is a Punk, it's about 1 minute and 50, maybe even less than that. It's just a masterpiece of a song. I adore it. And at number 1, we've got an absolute classic. Now, this is an EP, and I know definitely that 3 of the 4 songs on this EP are all under 2 minutes. Again, the influence this person had, the fame that he received based on just really short songs. And at my number 1 for 2 minute songs is Eddie Cochran and Come On Everybody. You know, I could have chosen Summertime Blues and 20 Flight Rock from this particular. I don't even know if Sitting in the Balcony is under 2 minutes, I can't remember, but Come On Everybody is just an absolute classic and is under 2 minutes. Wow, what have I missed? Let me know in the comments below, and I'm sure I'll be back sometime soon with another video. Thanks very much for watching. Cheers all, see ya.